Hello and welcome to the Book Bunch. My name is Sam. It is so great to have you guys here for another exciting video. Today I'm going to go through some of the books, or hopefully all of the books, that I will read for middle grade March. I could technically include Keeper of the Lost Cities on there as well because I'm currently reading book 1 to 5. I'm about to start book 5 and it's technically March. So I could include that, but I won't because that's for a different video. But this is like my collection of my middle grade that I'm most excited for, that I didn't read a couple of months ago when I did that last middle grade book video for you guys. I'm hoping these are all gems, but we will see. There is also one other that's not in this pile because it's an ebook that I will tell you guys about as well. But yeah, let's get into the video. So the first book is The Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus. All the birds outside have decided to join into the conversation. But this book was actually recommended by Miss Thomas, and she said that this book was really, really good, really impactful because it follows a girl who has disability and she feels as though she sticks out a little bit too much, and yeah, she's struggling with school, struggling with friends, all of that, until she meets another boy who is also struggling with his own disabilities. And I think it's so cool that there are books out there that talk about these topics, especially when it comes to kids, because kids can be mean, and having exposure through books to people who are different to you is always important. And I'm glad that they are starting to include disabilities as more as a prominent thing, because it is something that people live with every day. It is something that is relatively common. Like, you are going to meet someone who has a disability in your lifetime. My mum has a disability, so I am personally know how that can affect the people around that person. But yeah, I think this is really cool because it's from the perspective of the girl and her struggles. It also is a really cute cover. Absolutely love it. Love the title. Love cactuses. So I'm hoping it'll be a really good one. Then there is The Train to Impossible Places, and you are going to see some stellar covers throughout this because middle grade always has the best covers. And you people out there that design covers for adult books, take note. Adult books can be fun too. So don't just leave it to the middle grade. But anyway, this is The Train to Impossible Places. I know nothing about this, but it was recommended to me on Amazon when I bought a bunch of middle grade books, and I was like, actually, this sounds really cool, so I'll give it a try. I have no idea if it's clean or not, so I'll have to let you guys know. But this is about a girl who's just living her life, and then a train shows up in the middle of her house, and I think it's her house, maybe it's her parents' shop, I can't quite remember. I think it's her house though. And it is a train that goes to impossible places, and it drops off packages, and they're always magical, and she kind of gets whisked away in this train. So it sounds really exciting. It does kind of give me Polar Express vibes, so I'm hoping that it is similar because I love Polar Express. So it'd be cool if there was a non-Christmassy version of the story as well, or even just similar like themes, you know. Then there is Pages & Co., Tilly and the Book Wanderers. This was recommended by Miriam from Miriam Elizabeth Reads. I'll leave all the channels that I mention below. And yeah, she said that this was one of the best middle grades that she has read. And based on the synopsis, it definitely sounds like something I would agree with and something that I would really enjoy. So this is about a girl who is helping out in her grandmother's bookshop, and then some characters from her favorite books walk into the store and whisk her away to this magical place where she can basically experience the books and help the book characters with stuff, and it like basically opens up this whole nother world to her, and she needs to help them out, and so she kind of gets swept up away. This is a series, and I believe there's quite a few books in the series, so I'm hoping it's good and I will pick up the rest. But yes, it also is a very cool cover. You can see Alice in Wonderland, and I think this is meant to be maybe like some kind of pirate from a maybe like Treasure Island or something. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out. There's also Anne of Green Gables on the back, which is really cool. So we'll see how that one is as well. Then there is the Mysterious Benedict Society. So many people have recommended this series, so I couldn't really nail it down to one specific person, but a lot of people have read this. A lot of people love this series. This is basically a crime story, mystery story, but it is middle grade. It is about 4 kids who have these unusual talents and they kind of get swept up in this mystery solving. So that sounds really interesting to me because I really liked um, Winter House, which is a very similar vibe. I also liked York, which is, again, a similar vibe. Kids solving mysteries. They go on these crazy adventures. They have special talents or abilities or just things that make them stand out a little bit. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. I hope it gets me interested in reading some crime type things. And then for physical books, the last one is The Complete Borrowers. So this is the collection of all of the books in the Borrowers series. There is 6 books, which is why it is so large. But I'm really looking forward to this. I got this because I absolutely love the movie Arrietty, which is a Studio Ghibli film, and he based it off this book and this writer and this whole series. So this follows Arrietty and her family and her meeting the boy who lives in the house that they share. And yeah, so the borrowers are these basically miniature people. They're not humans, but they're people, and they are like really miniature, as you can see. And they are called the borrowers because they borrow things that the humans don't need, like bits of sugar and lost pins and just whatever they can find that either the humans have lost or don't want or have an excess of. And this borrower family lives under this house, and they in their own little house, and there is a boy who I don't know if he's sickly in the books, but in the movies he's a little bit sickly. But he ends up discovering this family of borrowers and like helping them and trying to keep them safe, because a lot of humans don't like the borrowers, because they're different. And you know how humans can be if anything is different. So yes, it's super exciting. I loved the movie. I really hope that I love this book series. And yes, that is all of the physical books I am hoping to read this month. There is also a new book. I am going to leave the cover up here so you guys can see it. It is written by John Tilton. I did read his little novella that he released before this book that is coming out at the end of the month. He released it and you can get it free if you sign up to his email. This isn't like a like paid promo or anything. I've just been following his author journey and I thought it was really cool. I did really like the novella. So I'm very excited to read his actual book and let you know how it goes. But yeah, if you are interested in the novella, if you sign up to his email list, you get it for free. But yeah, I'll leave a link to his Instagram below so you guys can check it out in case you are interested. But the book world is really interesting because there's like a separation between like normal society and then these people who are kind of forced to live on this like garbage heap. Essentially, it's like a whole island of just garbage, and they're kind of being monitored by these like robots and stuff that won't let them leave the island, and they're just trying to survive. And then there's one, like in the novella, there's this one kid who decides to break the rules and see if they can escape to see what's really going on and find out secrets. It's really good story. I don't really know much about the main book apart from it is set in the same world, and I believe it follows, like, there's like crossover of characters, but I could be wrong. Definitely go check it out though. I can't wait to give it a read. I could read the synopsis and tell you guys more about the book, but I kind of don't want to spoil it for me just because I have been waiting for this for quite a while, and so it would be cool to just experience it straight off without really knowing too much about the main book. But yes, that is the other middle grade read that I'm going to do this month. So if there's any other middle grades you can think of that I might enjoy, I'll try and get my hands on those as well. There's a couple others on my shelf as well, but I'm not like super feeling them at the moment, so we'll see how we go. I might end up feeling like them later in the month. But yeah, that's my March middle grade possibilities list. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys are going to read for middle grade March, because middle grade is something that I really love, so any recommendations would be great. As you know, one of my favorite series of all time, the Wing Feather Saga, is middle grade. So yes, it's definitely got a special place in my heart, and I grew up with a lot of that kind of genre, like Anne of Green Gables and like Secret Garden, all of that kind of thing. That's all middle grade, so I absolutely love it. Absolutely could just read middle grade, I reckon. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!